Hey guys, welcome to Splitting Hairs, the Hairdressers Podcast. We are here live Thursday night because Brian Hare has to do something coming up tomorrow, right?
Yeah, I'll be attending one of my very favorite guests' Sweet 16 birthday party, and I'm sorry, I can't miss it. So thank you guys for rescheduling so that we could still be a part of it.
Again, I think there's only probably 4 people.
Hey, that's cool.
Hey,
thanks to all 4 of you.
Yes, thank you guys for checking it out on Thursday. Really, our goal is to make sure that we record this once a week. And when I found out that Brian was going to have to be away, I said we got to do this then tonight because I want to make sure that you guys are always here and we can always do this. So
it's like going to the gym. You guys are our gym. We have to do this. We might just have to change the day.
I thought you were going to say like gym buddies. Like we have to do it together every...
Yeah, all right. We can go with that too.
Yeah. Brian's never been to the gym, so...
It's true.
Maybe once. So, and obviously I don't go that often either. But Thad is with us.
That is not at the gym.
Yeah,
I know.
This is the first time Thad has made it to a podcast in a while since episode 3 because he's always at the gym. So,
that's true.
Thad, welcome to Splitting Hairs. I'm sure. What do you think has been since episode 3? What do you think is different in this?
What do I think is different?
Yeah. What did you notice tonight?
I think just about the only thing that is the same is that we're staying at the color bar.
Yeah.
Other than that, we got a nice back screen. We got some new mic stands. People at home can't see it, but we definitely upgraded the lights.
Yeah.
So
I'd say again.
Yeah, Brian is the bad boy of blonding, is blonde again.
Well, and Thad's going to be you'll be posting up some pictures because he's going to help us with Facebook tonight, so we can get some photos up there of what it looks like when we're actually filming this and how much stuff actually goes into putting this all together. This actually takes us about 2.5 hours at least to put it together, and then nights of researching different topics and things that we can do. So.
And just a heads up, if you are watching this on YouTube and Thad disappears, he's probably just doing push-ups somewhere. It's okay. That happens.
Great. So let's talk about first things first. Let's get this up here. And this is our Instagram. So if you want to follow us on Instagram, this would be a great place that after the show we'll post pictures of splitting hairs and just everything throughout the salon day. We try to post on there at Free Salon Education. And then also this is all the characters except Thad on there. We have Brian Hare's, Drea's, Barrett's, and then Thad. Thad, what is what's your Instagram?
My Instagram is Thad Boland. It's not too creative.
Just Thad Boland?
Yeah.
With 1 L, right?
Yeah, just 1 L.
Okay, so check that out there.
That was easy.
Yeah, that was simple. So the other thing I want to...
it's actually I lied. It's thadday@hairstyles.net.
What?
He's getting confusing now.
Yeah,
See?
I'm so confused already. So I want to say thank you to Millennium Software, Millennium Systems International, for always being great supporters of our venture and Free Salon Education and helping us put it out there. I cannot wait to get to talk to John Harms. I have John Harms, I think, on January 31st, I believe. I'm going to be leaving the salon, headed up to the Millennium. I think me and Thad are probably going to run up because he's off on Friday. We're going to run up and interview John about what it was like creating the software. So I can't wait to do that. And then Freestyle Systems, I want to give a shout out to them because you'll see the blow dryers hanging in the back, but they threw an ad for us in American Salon, and just getting the word out about freesaloneducation.com is a difficult task, and it's hard for 4 hairdressers, 5 hairdressers to get the word and spread it. So I just want to give a shout out to them and say thank you for their support in spreading the word. freesaloneducation.com, right? And last but not least, we post on Facebook about the salon chairs, right?
Yes.
So I want you guys to let me know what has been said, but I just want to give another shout out. I've been on the phone all day with back and forth with this girl, Erin, from Standish Salon Goods. So it's standishsalongoods.com. And they have been, they're excited about what we're doing. So that's fun. And you guys all know that 4 months ago, when we started all of this, it was not easy to get sponsors and to get people on board. It's still not easy. But now, with the amount of views that we're getting and the publicity and everybody that it's watching right now, those people that support what we're doing is really starting to kind of propel this forward.
Right.
And Standish, they have the coolest chairs. So, and I don't even say that. I think that I was in a beauty supply store yesterday picking up our product for here. And I'm sitting there. Christina does all the ordering and buying and stuff. So she's doing that. And, I'm nerding it up, looking at everything else. And I'm with our 5-year-old. So we're basically just tearing the store apart, looking at it. And I was looking at their furniture. And it's just so... Salon furniture, really, if you go to just a regular beauty supply place, is so lame.
Yeah, that's true.
It's all the same. It all looks the same. So
it's just like, here's a chair.
Right. Yeah. So I've actually I've checked out Standish Salon Goods. I've seen them online. I've been pursuing them for a few months, and I haven't bought chairs yet because I just feel like if I'm gonna support somebody with chairs, I want to support them. And so I'm gonna show you guys a couple of their chairs here. Let me post that up. And we put this on Facebook. So you're going to see, this is just a couple of them. And what did they say? What did people say they thought these would cost?
I believe the first estimate was $1 million.
Okay. So $1 million. Got that. What was the other? What was the realistic ones that people were saying?
Couple hundred, 1,500, $2,000. Those were some of the prices that people were throwing out there. The simpler design of the very sleek, minimalistic white chair was between $350 and $1,200.
Okay.
And the plush leather. This one reminds me almost of like what you would see in a library.
Right. It's like a sitting chair that belongs by a fireplace.
I think this is like
beautiful.
I think this is like the boss's chair. Like that's what I think of.
I think it's really cool.
Like
I love the square base on it. And that was getting anywhere between $1,200 and $2,200.
Okay.
Can I just say something really quick, really funny? Of the two chairs, the simpler of the two, as we called it, looks exactly like the chair that I got tattooed on my arm when I did my big hairdresser sleeve tattoo.
Oh.
Okay.
Except the one on my arm is lime green. It's like that chair, but green.
Nice.
I think they're both really cool chairs. I think it's just one end is completely different than the other.
It's different aesthetics.
And for me, I think basically what we did when me and Christina were looking for chairs for the salon, we were like, all right, let's just, like everyone, Google salon chairs, right? And we were just looking through the pictures just on Google because it's so boring usually going through websites trying to find salon furniture, anything that has to do with salon furniture. It's just boring. So if you go through Google Images, it's easy. And then one stands out, it'll take you right to that website. Well, we came across I think they call it the Cornwall chair, which is the really kind of fancy one on the left side. And that chair, me and Christina were like, that would make your salon just completely stand out. Well, let's get to the point of this whole conversation and why I wanted to post that on Facebook and why I like these chairs, because they're fit for a salon like mine, which is not huge, which doesn't bring in millions of dollars. We rock some hair here. We have fun, but that chair is affordable, and that chair is around in the $400 range, and then the other chair is $199. So for me, that's why we fell in love. They're the best quality you're gonna find. I think that the cushions even detach from them, so you can clean them.
Which one? The one with the rivets?
That cushion with the rivets, it actually will pop out of there, and you can clean the hair out.
400?
400 something.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. 450, something like that. I don't know.
Really cool.
I don't work for them, but I love cool things, and I like telling hairdressers about cool stuff. So StandishSalonGoods.com, you'll love them. They haven't become a sponsor yet, so I'm not just telling you. I'm telling you this because I think it's cool. I think they have cool stuff. Our blonde contest, I want to just give a shout out about the blonde contest. We have that coming up. Next Splitting Hairs, we're announcing the winner. We've had so many people post blonde photos, and I know Brian's a color guy, so what do you think about that?
I've been impressed. First of all, I'm glad that so many people have gotten in on it, because it is, it's nice to see what other people are doing. It's cool because, especially with blonde, I feel like that ends up becoming such a regional thing. When you see what people are doing that live, down by the beach somewhere in Miami, the kind of blondes that they're creating versus the blondes that people in Chicago are creating. It's kind of cool. It's neat to see. for years, my big thing with blonde, people tell me, oh, I've been told I could never be blonde. And my thing is always, you could be, you just got to find the right one.
Right.
So my favorite thing about this contest is showing that there are a million different types of blondes. There's young, old, there's ethnicities in there. And every blonde has looked so fantastic, and I'm loving all of them. You
know what I wish I would have done with that contest? I wish I would have had people put the formula with it. And I'm kind of kicking myself for that. So I wish that would have happened, just because I think people get so interested.
Well,
and what I hate the most, and I'm going to go just a little bit on this, what I hate is that you'll watch people's Facebooks, different companies, and they put up this picture of a girl who is probably on a collection, and so her hair is perfectly done. It's photoshopped all up.
Right.
So the blonde looks perfect. And they're like, here's my formula. You know, and that formula, it doesn't really look like that.
Right.
So
right.
I love that you can have contests like this, and if people really knew the formula, I think it would be good.
Well, plus, I mean, that also brings up what's great about this contest is we're getting unphotoshopped, like, cell phone pictures of, like, how good hair could really look. This is, like, salon reality stuff.
Right, yeah.
Because, you know, sometimes you look at those photo shoots and you're like, well, that's gorgeous, but that's also not real hair.
Right.
So it's nice that we have all these pictures showing, you know, hopefully inspiring you guys as much as it is us, that this can be done.
So make sure you go to our Facebook at Free Salon Education Facebook. So I guess it's facebook.com/Free Salon Education, and post your pictures to our wall. Please, even if you're not in the blonde contest and you do a redhead, just post it to our wall. We love to see it.
Yeah,
love to have you guys contribute to showing it. And what I don't like about, well, I guess it's a good thing because you never know what people are going to post on your page, but I wish that you guys could post it and then everyone in our thing could see it. But what I'm trying to do is, if I see you post something and it looks really cool, I post it out so that everyone can see it. They kind of stuff it in its own little area on Facebook, but yeah, definitely check that out. All right, let's see here. A lot of people have been asking us about classes coming up. Brian's ombre class sold out. We added a couple that it's going to be tight in here, but we're excited. That's on Monday. And then we still have our class in Virginia at Heaven the School and Salon. So I think that's coming up February 9th or 10th. I think it's the 10th. Information is on freesaloneducation.com. That's a haircutting class. We still have tickets available for that. It's coming up in a couple weeks. So make sure you check that out. And then also at Salon Centric, if you go to saloncentric.com, /education, you can check out all the Gratitude Salon education classes. Those are in Union, New Jersey. So if you're looking for some education there. So, all right, let's get into some real stuff here.
All right.
So much blabbering, right? All right. What are we going to talk about? Should we get right into some questions? Let's do that.
All right. So we'll start with questions from social media. The first one, I'm going to guess that this is going to be pronounced from Benemanu. Sounds fun. Says, loves it. Thank you so much for the videos again. I have a question. When do you use the thinning shears? Maybe the next episode topic. So we'll tackle that tonight for starters. He says, I like to use it. I assume that's a he. I don't know why. I like that name. I like to use it in the nape around the occipital bone when I create one length bob or an A-line bob.
Okay.
I'm going to hand off the cutting questions.
Well, for me, I think if you're cutting one length, so thinning shears. When I use thinning shears, I basically pull them out if I'm working with on the top of a guy's hair. I don't use it to blend guy's hair because I think that if you need to use those to blend guy's hair, then you haven't blended it enough. You haven't cut the hair correctly. And I think for women's hair, I love just doing slide cutting with thinning scissors. But you have to use them kind of on an angle. I'm going to make a video about this because this isn't.
I was just going to say why. Like why? What happens when you slide cut with them versus regular shears?
When you slide cut, so it's just not going to cut as much hair. So, and I like that I can kind of glide through the hair and cut down and just pass my scissor right through it to remove weight, as opposed to just taking that kind of more of a chunk out. Especially when you have really sharp scissors, you might grab a little bit too much. So just a nice softening scissor on the end.
Yeah, because if you go in there and just like take a chunk, you're actually like putting a different line in the haircut.
Yeah.
Like you're putting in like a textured line.
Well, we had somebody talking about in beauty school. I don't know if I hope that question's not coming up, but I saw it kind of pass through. We're getting a lot of questions on YouTube now, so I'm trying to pick through them. But they said that you were taught to cut on a diagonal. Were you guys taught that way?
Yeah.
So it was like 1, 2. Okay, so
I learned that when I started teaching in New Jersey.
For state board, you're taught to do properly with the thinning shears. You make an X.
State board, I'm telling you.
Okay.
The state board also wants to make sure that you're not going to use the texturizing shears 1 inch from the top of the head.
The only way to fail the texturizing part of state board is to hold it too close to the head.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, good for that. I mean, you wouldn't want to do that.
Well, I still watch the girl next to me fail at her model with that. It's pretty.
Well, I could have failed at perming because I was like, so I'm rolling my perm rod, right? And I'm going through, and then you have to put on the, what is it called?
The solution.
The solution, right. So I'm putting the solution on, and she walks by. I'll never forget. She goes, so that's how you do it, huh? I'm like, yes, is that how you would do it? Somehow I passed, but, you know.
Fair enough. Hey,
so,
it's cool. I dropped my curling iron during mine and just picked it up and kept going.
Well, I think thinning scissors, just make sure that, just do it with a purpose, and I want to do a whole video on that, because somebody did ask about that quite a bit, and I want to make sure that we answer that.
See, we take requests. You let us know what you want to see, we'll do it. Keeps us from having to come up with something. I love it.
Yeah.
All right, so next one. This is going off of the Balayage video. Vinny4X wants to know, what if their part changes? The majority of my clients switch the part daily or flip continually during the day. Not crazy about your technique, but to each his own. Love, love, love YouTube or your YouTube ombre balayage video. Do you love a certain lightener that doesn't swell? He's using Paul Mitchell lightning paste.
Wait, did he say I don't like your technique?
Yeah, thanks for picking that question for me to read.
But
wait,
he also loved the video too, so I'm kind of confused on that one.
He didn't love the balayage technique, but he liked the ombre.
Oh, okay.
This is going to bring me right into, real quick, the reality of this. This is something that we put a lot of work into it, and it's one of those things where I see. We put up a video of my son today, or the other day, and I'm sure if any of you guys saw it, it was my 5-year-old son just pretending to teach a hair class. I thought it was funny. We were sitting here recording some of our 14 steps, and he was like, Dad, I'd like to be on the .com, and I'm like, okay, cool. So we filmed him. Well, we posted up, and it was like after he started getting a lot of views, which was kind of funny, and he was excited about it, and then all of a sudden he got a thumbs down, and I'm like, this whole... And so my 5-year-old son, who's just being cute on a video, now it's like 3 thumbs down, right? And like 100 thumbs up.
Right.
But it's the 3 thumbs down that just ruin your day. And it's one of those things where you put a lot of time and a lot of energy into this stuff, and it's like this kind of thing. Like I had no idea. I don't know. I must have just read the beginning part. And then there you go. But it's one of those things where...
No, that's not that bad.
No, that's actually pretty nice.
Like that I can deal with. Because you know what? He followed it up with something nice. That's
exactly.
Right. You're not going to please everybody, and I get that. But there's nothing more humbling than putting something on YouTube and seeing just how much hate is
and that's
out
what I was.
there.
That's what I wanted to say. If you are somebody that's going to put something negative about something that somebody's doing, you should try it. You should try going on, putting yourself out there and creating something and get picked apart, because it is one of those things that if you have an ego, I think anyone with an ego should go try this, because it'll put you right back in your place.
But honestly, like we understand that when we do this, you know, we're not the end all be all of hair. Like I say it all the time in my classes. There's 1,000 ways to skin a cat. This is only one way.
That's still disgusting.
No, it's an old school. Is it Alabama? Is that man?
I mean, we said it. We said it in Iowa too, but
it's a real saying.
I was
anyway,
gonna say, I've heard it before.
What I'm saying is,
how many ways? How do you?
I'll show you after the podcast.
Okay.
No,
I will not be here for that.
There's a lot of different ways to do things, and we're showing you a way.
Yeah.
This is not us saying you have to do it this way. So of course, not everyone's gonna like it. That's fine. What I like about this guy, cool. He's not crazy about it. This isn't gonna work for him. That's awesome. But you know, we followed it up. He's not like, I hate you. I hope you die. Like some of these comments.
Okay.
Make it pretty serious.
I would like to like expand on that just a little bit.
Okay.
When I was in cosmetology school, I think one of the most important things I learned was by a learner named Terry, and he said, I may teach you how to do it this way. Somebody else is going to teach you how to do it their way. A third, fourth person is going to teach you how to do it their way. My way might not be the best way for you, it might be the best way for me. Heck, the 5 people that teach you it, you might not even pick up like a solid way to do it from them, but you might pick up little bits and pieces from each of them that makes it your own way.
Right, exactly.
Right. So,
and that's what makes it your way. I mean, you pick everything I do. I learn from someone, sometime, somewhere,
Right.
and that's the kind of stuff that, for me, it's like I want to share those things because I don't feel like I own them. These are not things that I own, but were given to me, and I would like to give them back to other people. And that's why I think that having this website is awesome, because it's such a cool tool for me when I look at it, and just being, I guess, because I get to put every piece where I want it to be on there and everything, and I just think it's a cool little tool for hairdressers to use. But yeah.
All right, so Vinny, thank you for giving us a reason to go on that tangent, but
Yeah.
I will answer your question now.
Oh, okay.
The question about what if the part changes. I do have the guests that have that. Generally, you definitely want to make sure that you get that understanding out of the way before you start. I tend to, if I know that the part's going to change a whole bunch, I will make my sectioning, the little V sectioning in the balayage video, a little bit closer throughout the whole top of the head. That way when it moves around, it's okay. It's not, it might not be as precise as if the part stayed the same, but it's still going to have that general area of blonding, which is still cool. But since you don't like that technique, it doesn't really matter, I guess.
I'm glad you...
Does he really care what you think?
Exactly.
I'm glad you covered that, because I was actually shaving in the parts on my female guests, so that way they knew exactly where to go.
Oh my God.
Wait, were you really?
No.
Brian's reaction to that.
Oh my God. I was like,
Okay, and then the second part of his question real quick, the lightener that I like to use, I do like the Paul Mitchell lightening paste. It's Lighten Up, the one you're talking about. I tend to prefer the Paul Mitchell Synchro Lift because just like the lightening paste, it's not going to swell and it's going to stay moist throughout, but it has a little bit more lifting power, which in a lot of times I need that extra strength.
that does seem to be the biggest challenge, like with people doing that, the ombre or the balayage technique, is that they're using the wrong lightener.
Right.
And it's swelling.
Well, because I get actually the next one. If we want to move into Rona, she says, "Hi, I'm Rona, a hairdresser from Malta, which is awesome. I really love the balayage technique, but I really want to know why you did not separate the hair with foil when doing it. The color can seep or smudge with the rest of the hair. Normally, when I do a color technique, I separate the hair and I close it in a foil. Can I get the answer, please? Thanks, and keep up the fantastic work." And she gave a smiley face. Love her.
It's all about the emoticons.
That right there, that's constructive criticism. Just
Yes.
saying. Okay, so the balayage technique, the point of it is that it's not highlighting with foils. Highlighting with foils, you're going to get a much more intense lift because the foil is going to incubate the lightener. It's going to get a lot brighter, but it's also going to have very distinct places where the highlights go. The point of balayage is that it becomes very difficult to even determine where the highlight begins and ends because it's more of that generalized area of lightness rather than a banded effect like you get from foiling. That, I think, sort of piggybacks right off of what we were just saying. If you're using a lightener that has a tendency to swell, which many of them do, just because traditionally that's what lighteners do. That's how they were created.
Right.
You know, it was through technology that now they make lighteners that don't do it. But if you don't do your research and really find yourself a lightener that doesn't swell, then it's...
That doesn't realize that there's a camera, right?
Oh, I'm sorry.
This is what happens when you don't come here until episode 17.
There you go. All right, so find yourself a lightener that doesn't swell, and you might have a little bit easier of a time, because then, as you see, like in the video, I take the thicker sections, which is going to keep it from laying quite so heavily on the section before, so there won't be much seeping or bleeding. Okay.
Sweet.
That's it for our questions. So, guys, keep them coming so we have more to talk about next week. And
Yeah.
then, do you want to jump into this?
And this is actually the best. This is the best place, and we say it every week, but this is the best place to ask the questions. So if you watch Splitting Hairs and you get all the way through it, make sure that you post questions right here because it's the easiest place for us to find them. So if you have any questions, make sure you post them below. All right. So let's talk about this guy. So So we have something, it's called a hair cutting umbrella, and some of you have probably seen this, but I just ran across it the other day because I'm doing research on something that I would like to create. And you don't even know?
I don't
You
know.
haven't heard
Well,
about
I'm
it?
not saying it. So,
It's
so there's this thing called the hair cutting umbrella, and it cracks me up. And I'm gonna throw up a picture of it right now. So let's get it over here. So here it is. So this is hilarious, and I guess it's for cutting your hair at home. Can you read what it says?
The hair cutting umbrella is an essential tool for the home stylist. Cape resembles an inverted umbrella to catch clippings as you trim, so neck, clothes, and floor are protected. Special upturned lip along outer edge contains loose hairs until you're ready to discard them. Saves you time during clean... That's not a word. Tedious sweeping and... I don't know what that is. Oh, no tedious sweeping or vacuuming needed. Slips overhead and secures with self-closed tabs. Adjusts to fit neck size. Folds to store. Nylon, 22 inches in diameter.
That was a very good commercial voice.
You like that?
Did anybody else go back to like the Nickelodeon game shows when they were announcing the prizes?
That was my first job. I worked for Double Dare.
That's a
the
lie
challenges.
too. Everyone is lying tonight. It's driving me crazy. So
That's what,
I don't think I've ever heard Brian tell a story that it was not true.
I know. Well, first time. All right, so back to the umbrella. I think this is hilarious.
I gotta fix Dre's mic. It's like falling down.
I know. I keep.
Can't even hear it. Thad, use your muscles and just tighten that thing. Just really, yeah.
Bro, you might not be able to move it ever again.
It's fine.
It's fine.
Whatever. There you go. Oh wow.
Wow.
Let me turn this off first.
And, all right, so this umbrella, the first time that I ever saw it in Sky Mall magazine.
Is that where you saw it?
I think so.
It's
It's
that
definitely a
still?
Sky Mall magazine kind of thing.
I mean, that's a very unique location for things to find.
Yeah, I mean, that's where you find those gifts that are unfindable elsewhere.
okay. So I want to talk about. I want to do a tip now. So let's switch this over here.
Is the tip don't cut your hair at home?
Well, that's definitely a tip
Okay.
for sure. But I want to go over the. Let me switch this over. We have 3 balls of Play-Doh in front of us, right?
Yes.
So I want to go over something that was kind of taught to me through just education. I don't remember which training or what, but it works with every type of hair color. This is just pigment in general. This is the best thing that you can buy. This is just Play-Doh, obviously. So pick up some Play-Doh, get red, blue, and yellow, and you can play around with creating color. And the thing I like about this the most is what I was taught is if you take just, small balls of Play-Doh. So let's say we have red, and a lot of people have challenges with creating different red color in hair, right? So if I have red hair color, and let's say we have an intensifier, like Thad, can you grab me like Color Shots red?
I'm not walking back there again.
It's
I
okay,
yelled
just
at.
duck. Here, I'll switch the camera. So Color Shots red. So let's say that we have our red Play-Doh, and I want to make red hair more vibrant and red, right? There you go. You're not hitting too much stuff.
I'm going to take a wild guess and
There we go.
say that you're probably going to want the others too.
That's fine. Thank you so much. So red Color Shots, right? So that's an intensifier for hair color. So let's say we have a red hair color and we want to make this more intense. So a lot of people would say, okay, well, I have, let's say a 6R or a red shot at a level 6, a red color, and they add more red shots to it to create a more vibrant red. That's what a lot of people think. But basically what you're doing is you're taking something that's already red and you're adding more red to it. So if I take this Play-Doh and I just add more red Play-Doh to it, the tone and the level, nothing changes about the Play-Doh. So all you're doing is just adding more red to it. So if I want to make this a little bit brighter and enhance or intensify a red tone, I want to take a color that's has a little bit more of a yellow or orange base to it, because that's lifting us higher in the level. It's basically exposing it more. So I can add just a tiny bit of yellow to our Play-Doh, and you're not going to be able to see this. I'm going to do a video of it this week, but you'll notice it doesn't make it orange because I only added a little bit. It brightens up, and you can see how it's a brighter looking red. So that's really what creating hair color and nice. You can't really see it, but it's just the point of it. And I wanted to show that to you guys tonight because I think a lot of people think if I have a red color and I want to make a more intense red, I just add more red to it. Think about if we had a bowl of water here and we do a shot of, let's say,
Water.
food coloring,
Right.
right? So we add food coloring red to it. It's going to make it red. If I add more red food coloring to it, it's going to darken it and make it deeper red.
Right.
So the more red pigment you put into a hair color, just the deeper and darker it's going to get, not the more vibrant. So just make sure when you want to create a more intense red that you add brighter tones to it, yellows, oranges, things like that.
Well said. I agree.
Fun fact.
That's the FF of the day for you.
That is. And then Brian, I want you to talk about, we have a couple things from our friends at ColorTrack we did get last week. So let's bring that guy up.
Well, it's cool because when we got this, it was still in the box, and I was not
Sharp right there.
Hey, and that's funny because it says right there, caution.
Yeah.
Sure. So this guy right here, when we got it in the box last week, I didn't open it, and just like Matt just showed you right now, when you don't read, you don't understand what could happen.
Right.
And so when I pulled it out of the box is when I realized that what this is it's meant to help out, because we all have those clients where you're using multiple bowls, whether you've got lightener in one, base color in another, and a low light in another, and then you're trying to walk over there and not look like this German beer maid with your hands just full of bowls and brushes. They've actually created this cool little caddy that links up, holds all the bowls. You just grab one thing, it looks neat, it's got the cool colors that go together, the cool brushes that have a really nice sturdy handle, by the way. Cool job on that.
Dust bowl.
And you just kind of pick it up and go. So kudos on the ColorTrack caddy. I'm not mad at it.
Yeah, and this is, I think it's going to be fun. I mean, it's just easier, especially when we're running back and forth.
And it's holding them good. Like, you don't have to worry it's
Right.
like shaky or, oh, there goes all my color.
Again, this is just a fun thing that ColorTrack sent us, just to try out. So we'll do a review on this as well. We got it together. It's good. Instructions were good. So
There you
we're
go.
excited for that.
And then speaking of instructions, today I think is the first time that I ever figured out how the our ColorTrack foil dispenser was supposed to be opened, because I finally have run out of the foil that was in there and I needed to replace it. And I'm sitting here and I'm trying to remember how I opened it that first time and how I wrestled with it. And then all of a sudden I saw this great little button with an arrow on the side. And I realized there was one on the other side as well. And when you push them together, it opens right up to place the foil inside. I was so impressed.
It's
Okay.
magic.
So, yeah, another one, those instructions should still be on the outside because I had to figure it out myself.
Yeah, but
But
I think
I like it now.
you know what's funny though? This little box, which we got from ColorTrack, probably like a month and a half ago,
Yeah.
and they gave us a roll of foil with it, and we started using it. We don't use assistants in the salon, so we just started realizing that this little guy, it became very valuable because as soon as we ran out of foil for it, we had to go buy some. So I think ColorTrack should honestly send this to every salon and be like, here, let's addict you to it.
True story. Because, I mean, what's great is it cuts down on so much wasted foil. I mean, I don't care what salon you're in, anywhere around the country, world, I'll venture, you go and you look where their foils are, and you're going to see a big, huge stack of crumpled, unusable half foils because somebody went to go make small ones and made way too many, and then no one wants to use them anymore because they've been, like, manhandled and mangled and they're not sharp anymore. So they just get thrown out. But what's cool about this is you're not making too many small foils because you're getting exactly what you need every single time.
Yeah. Perfect.
Yeah, there you go.
So I want you to talk about the thing that you discovered with our. So we have wristbands. Obviously, these were made. You can pick them up on freestyleeducation.com. They're pretty cheap, but and you know what? I've decided I'm going to throw in even more of them. Somebody ordered a set of them, and I just threw in a bunch. So I think for me, it's just about getting the word out with this. So we're going to be handing these out at hair shows. So if you come to IBS, we'll give you one. But Brian found a fun little thing for it. So maybe you could put that together as we go on to the next.
I got mine.
So it's kind of I guess, would you see this on Pinterest or something?
Twitter.
So on Twitter, if you take a rubber band bracelet and you wrap it around the edge of your phone, you can take an X-Acto knife and cut out the little spaces where you put your charger and everything, and it becomes a cool little phone bumper. And it says freestyleeducation.com on the side. So it's kind of cool.
So we suggest you do that with all of our bracelets.
This just in, Free Salon Education phone cases.
Yes.
That's what I said. I was like, we can just put this on the site now. We have phone cases too.
Dad, what's going on Facebook? Anything? Are you typing away?
I am typing away. We do actually have.
That looks pretty cool. Let me show.
Let me get to it. We have a comment by Michael Taylor.
Okay.
He actually uses his, as he calls them, his chunking scissors instead of texturizing scissors.
Chunking.
Well,
That's a
actually,
good name for them.
those are different. They make those.
Oh, okay.
Where they actually, there's like
Yeah.
4 teeth on the whole thing rather than lots and lots of little teeth. So it's like a big groove. So it literally just takes chunks out.
Yeah, it looks like a little puzzle piece.
Yes.
So from what I've read over as I quickly glanced over it, he uses his to actually give direction to his haircut. So he'll put in one shape into the haircut and then want direction, like say like going towards the face. So he'll add diagonal forward lines with the chunking scissors in order to give that movement.
Cool.
Sweet. I would love to see that, Michael. Actually, if you could, I still want a video from you. I know that now you're focused on Paul Mitchell and
Congrats.
Thank you. Yeah, congrats on that. And now I want to see some videos. I don't care if it's with your iPhone or what, but send it to me. I would love to see this kind of stuff. I think for me, I don't like to use texturizers to do that stuff just because I would rather I have more control with creating the shape with using elevation and over direction. But some people are comfortable, chunking through with that scissor. So, I think however you get it done and your guest loves it, then that's how you get it done.
It's another way to skin a cat.
Because actually, like we were pointing out earlier today,
I need that on a t-shirt. How do you skin your cat?
free salon education. How do you skin your cat?
There you go.
Okay, so there's something I want to show, and this is going to be different, but I'm going to pull it up, and this is my computer, so welcome to that. But let me show new tab. What'd you say, Thor? So this is, I want to show you freesalon.education.com. I want to show you what, a couple little spaces on this that are cool. So let me pull this up here. So once you go onto our website, the big thing and why I think that this is such a neat tool is that everything, if you join up here, you're going to get emails every once in a while, not a lot, but they're all going to be different tips for you to show you like just whatever thoughts are coming through, maybe 5 steps to cutting hair better, different ways to start your new year correctly. Anytime we come out with a video, we're going to send it to you through email just so you get a notification. So it's a really cool way to keep up to date. The front page has all of our latest videos, latest podcasts, everything. Thad posting pictures while the podcast is going on of the colorful Play-Doh that we have. And then all here is all of our education videos. So I think the main thing here is that you go through and start with the cutting system and just learn kind of what we're talking about when we go through the how the head shape works and everything like that. Brian has great color videos on there. We have men's cutting. Dre's got some stuff on there. Thad's got some razor cuts on here. So just check it all out. And Barrett rocks out the style stuff. So we have that. We have product reviews, Dre's blog, podcast. Everything on here is just so easy, I hope, for all of you guys. And if you have salon jobs, send them to me. I'll post them up for you. And then our online store, obviously, you can buy the Mizutani scissors and stuff. But I just think that it's important to make sure that you go join up. It's free. Sign up and check out everything there. Let me get back to... There we go. Now we're live. Now we're going to talk about man buns.
Man buns.
Hey.
So this is so the who put this out, Drea?
BuzzFeed.
BuzzFeed.
BuzzFeed did a feature, and it was off of the Golden Globes and Jared Leto's man bun that he had that he was sporting during that time, and they did an entire, I think it was like 22 or 23 man buns of celebrities over the years.
Okay. All right. So let's start with Jared Leto then.
Jared Leto. So everybody's loving Jared Leto right now.
I think everyone has always. I think even Christina's in love with Jared
Dude,
Leto.
Jordan Catalano. You can't go wrong with that.
So his man bun has started this whole trend of wanting to look at other man buns.
Well
Okay.
put, Drea.
Well, you know, I've never really truly been appreciative of like a man bun. I just think that they shouldn't. I don't know, like
Well, I thought that looked good. I mean, with
I
the
thought it
cool, it
looked
was
good,
folded
like-
up. It was.
it was folded up. It was nicely, but you know, I think if a guy's gonna have long hair, he might as well wear it down.
All
Yeah.
right. Well,
Well, I wish I could wear a man. I wish I had enough hair to be able to pull it back and wear a man bun. I know that Thad probably feels the same
Yeah,
way.
I was gonna say we were talking about this earlier. Like, I definitely feel the same way. Like, I think it's like just like the ultimate like badassness. Like, just like
Badassness.
Yeah,
I agree with you. It is totally badassness. But
hanging out,
I'm
surfing
working
all,
on it. That's what I'm working on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love a man bun.
You're hanging out, surfing all day. You don't want that hair in your face. You gotta put it up in a man bun.
top. I'm gonna do the man bun top knot.
that's the Miley Cyrus bun. That's not a man bun.
I'm gonna
Be careful.
reclaiming it.
Be careful. You might become punk rock.
Okay, so Jared Leto's man bun. Let's show a couple more. So we have Colin Farrell.
That was a baby one, and I don't understand why it was.
That's what mine's gonna look like.
That's an embarrassing man
Just so
bun.
you know.
That's embarrassing. Like that's silly.
He's like the skinny sumo wrestler.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like a little fishtail. Looks like a whale.
All right, and then we have let's see, Joaquin Phoenix.
Oh yeah.
Not the best picture of him ever taken. It's
Yeah, no.
it's I don't know. Not my favorite man bun.
Wait, so I'm obviously like I'm gonna get off subject a little bit, but I'm obviously obsessed with computers and technology
Right.
and stuff, and obviously that comes home with me as well, because we're in the sun all day and then we're working on the website and everything. So when I saw that his movie was coming out,
Yeah.
and it's like the guy's like in love with his computer object,
Yeah.
whatever. I was like dreading the minute that would come on the TV when I was sitting with Christina, and it came on, and she's like, "I can totally understand this.
Oh,
I totally understand this." And I was like, "Oh my gosh!" And then I thought she was gonna look at me and be like, "Yeah," but no, she was like, totally cool with that.
she loves Siri.
Yeah.
It's understandable.
I don't think I've ever seen her use Siri. But
What's funny now is when you ask Siri about that movie, she would talk to you about it.
she does?
Yeah.
What does she say?
I asked Siri, I said, "Are you her?" And she said, "Joaquin, is that you?" It was really funny.
That's awesome. You should bring that up.
Appreciate it.
Yeah.
Okay, so then we have, there's another man bun here, David Beckham.
David Beckham. He does look good with a man bun.
But you know what? He can do no wrong.
Exactly.
He could shave the top of his head so it looks like he's completely male pattern baldness, and it would still look fantastic.
When did he get hair that long?
That was.
This is a few years ago.
Oh, okay.
She
I think
didn't
that was
have hair
90s.
that long either.
Okay. Then we got another one here, Orlando Bloom.
I love Orlando Bloom.
Yeah, that's another one. He just looks like a cool pirate in a suit.
He's just pretty.
And then this is not on purpose, right? Harry Styles.
Harry Styles has the headband and the baby bun going on.
Yeah, there's still a remarkable amount of hair that is
That's-
unaccounted for.
If there's more hair outside the bun than inside the bun, it is not a man bun.
Right.
I feel like the saying "too soon, Junior" comes to mind.
Yes.
Definitely.
Let's
Is that
see.
it? Did
I
we get
think
everybody?
Jake Gyllenhaal had one. This
Oh,
is
yeah.
like the only reason I want to show this many man buns is because I can't believe that there was this many.
Yeah, there's
Yeah.
tons
Man
of them.
buns.
And I mean, you didn't bring up Russell Brand at all, did you?
I don't think I have him.
I mean,
No, I
Well,
got
his is to be
I have
expected
Bradley
'cause he has
Cooper.
such long
Bradley
hair
Cooper.
anyway.
Bradley Cooper. I think that his hair looks a little short for it too, but
Yeah, that was silly.
it's cool. I mean,
That was silly.
I think
Don't do that. That's silly.
it's cool. I wish I could wear one, whatever, but it's pretty cool that many guys have done that, and I think it looks great with a suit. It looks great,
Yeah.
dressed down
Right.
with a flannel shirt on.
Well, it's a way to throw such a casual
Yeah.
effect on anything. 'Cause, I mean, the ones that looked best were Orlando Bloom, David Beckham, and Jared Leto, and they were all in suits or tuxes or something.
And they were
like
very
that.
polished.
Right.
Without being that overly styled look.
Right.
No,
And I
I
think
think
that was
It adds that taste of rebellion.
right. Whereas like a lot of times like I feel Russell Brand's hair just looks I'm dirty.
Right. You just want to say to him, get a haircut.
Get a haircut, wash your hair.
Are you telling me it's not
Do something.
appropriate with board shorts and flip flops?
Nothing is.
Whatever, guys.
Unless you live at the beach and
Fair enough.
then
Okay.
nothing is acceptable. at that
Speaking
point.
of dirty looking, let's start trending tresses.
All right, trending tresses.
Let's go over the styles that we've seen for the week.
So these are off of the SAG Awards. So, this upsets me because I did think that he could do no wrong with his hair. And this one is Brad Pitt's new haircut, and
It's a proof of someone who should have kept the man bun that
yeah,
he had
should
going.
have. It's terrible.
Yeah, I don't know what.
First off, I gotta say,
It's too wide.
it's way too dark. I
And
mean, the
too
fact
dark,
that
yeah.
like it's one of those things I explained again to bring it back home to all of my blondes. It's okay for your eyebrows to be darker than your hair.
Yeah.
It's not okay for your eyebrows to be that much lighter than your hair.
Absolutely.
And I gotta be honest, he didn't like it's so straight. He has no hair. His hairline is just like straight across. I feel like if it was a little bit even receding a little bit, it would look better.
Right.
It's
I'm
so
sorry to say
squared
it.
off.
I feel like
It's
this
so
just
severe.
ages him so bad. It has that shoe polishy. This is why guys are scared to color their hair because this is what happens when they do it on their own.
Yeah.
Kind of look.
Well, and Brad Pitt is such a cool, like, when I do men's classes, I'll pull up, like, if you Google Brad Pitt, it's unbelievable. He has never had the same haircut, which is why this is not a big deal because, not that I care really anyways,
But, like, what I think
he's
is
going to change it.
He is
Right,
going to change
but-
it. But he's never had this. He's always been a style icon. From
Right. It would be just as shocking if David Beckham had this bad of a hairstyle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think he just needs like a pair of Wayfarers and like a little soul patch.
To do what?
I don't know.
To make it worse.
Okay.
All right, Thad.
I think he's got too much going on up top, not enough going down at the bottom of his face.
Thad, we'll get back to you when trending tresses is over.
Okay, we have another one.
Okay, so this was really cool, and I saw it, and then I talked to Brian about it, and Brian did a little bit of research. He found out this haircut was actually done back in October, and it was for a movie role. My God.
Sorry.
Should I keep talking?
You're fine. Yeah, Thad's like, oh,
I'm trying to help.
that is helping.
Okay, so this was actually meant to be revealed at the Swagger Awards because it was officially known that she is going to be in the new Catching Fire?
Hunger Games.
The new Hunger Games.
Mockingjay.
Mockingjay movie. And when she signed on, she was told that she was going to possibly have to shave her entire head. But she started out with just the side panel, and I think it looks really cool. I think it's neat that she added, for the evening, a little bit of braid style through the back of the style, as well as she has these beautiful waves throughout the rest of her hair.
Yeah. I think it's pretty cool. It's definitely different. I like the way that they did the shave. I think it's not too far down. Because I think, and that's a cool style because you could wear that down and you wouldn't. You know.
Well, that's how she's been able to hide it for months. I mean, she's also on.
That's the other thing I found amazing is that for months it's been.
Right. And I think what's cool about this, what sets this little side shave apart from so many that we've seen, is it looks like she went all the way down to the scalp on this.
Yeah, it looks like it's bit.
I mean, she didn't do like a number 3, look how short it is. Like, there is no hair there.
It is
Yeah,
gone.
that's definitely like a Trump Zero.
Yeah, they had to bring that makeup all the way back on that one.
Yeah, I really like it. I think it's cool, and I think that for me, just to be able to go that bold, I couldn't imagine being a woman and cutting my hair, shaving it completely.
Yeah.
Right.
You
The
know?
other side of that head, that's like years of growth right there.
Right, and it looks great, and it's like healthy looking, and just to shave it all off,
Well, she's
it's awesome.
Well, I think she what helps is she's stunning as is. Like
Right.
she could have a completely shaved head, and people are still going to be attracted to her face. Like she pulls it off very well. She has lots of confidence, and I think that's what's important.
All right, we got another.
All right, so we talked about Amy Adams' hair last week, and she had those little twisty braids, and I think this one is just so much more beautiful, and it has the classic bob shape to it that we saw before.
Is this similar to last week? The style?
Not her style, but it was similar to a style that we had last week.
That's what I thought.
there was
I
another
forget
one.
it was a blonde, right?
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
Kate Blanchett.
Yeah, Kate,
And
I feel like she was like, I want Kate Blanchett's hair. I didn't like my hair last time.
Yeah, I mean, this is definitely something that it's not the first time we've seen it, but
No.
I mean, it is a flawless execution of it.
I think it's
Yeah.
beautiful how it was done, and I just love it.
It went with the look. It created that extremely glam kind of deal.
Yeah.
All right.
So we have Jared Leto again, and this time he wore his hair down.
That's how Drea likes it. She prefers it like this.
No, I actually think it's funny because I feel like his hair has an ombre-esque look to it right now when it's down. You know, you see the lighter ends and it fades. And
how many people think that's is that natural ombre?
It's actually from the man bun.
It's when he was blonde, when it was shorter.
Oh, okay.
But still, it's proof that guys can pull off a color technique as well.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Right.
absolutely, and that's what I thought was interesting because you see so many ombres.
Is that what they
out there.
consider the hombre?
Yes,
Hombre.
with an H.
All right. And
Oh.
messy fishtail.
So this is a messy
Yeah.
fishtail, and I liked.
Who is this?
I'm not even sure who it was. She was a date of somebody, but I liked the concept of it with the swoop in the front and having it a little bit more elegant. But I just feel like it was not executed properly. I like the concept of what she had going.
Oh,
Okay.
you see, I see this, and what's funny is I just taught an updo class this week, and I was telling the girls that I was teaching the class to that this year is possibly going to be the easiest year of weddings and proms and everything, because there's the messiest hair
Yeah.
on the runways right now and the red carpets. I'm like, dude, you can do that in your sleep.
See,
If
I
you've
like messy
never
with
done an updo,
Keep it
you're
coming.
good.
I like messy with a purpose, but this reminds me of that she got her hair done the day before and she slept on it and
Right. I definitely feel like this year the messy is getting a little less tussled and a little more messy.
yeah.
And I'm not mad at it because that's easy to do. So
Yeah.
let's go
Put
prom
a braid in
season.
it and then just like spin it.
She was
Okay.
my favorite this year. I loved it.
I know,
So
and
our last one.
Brian was so excited about this picture, and I have to agree with him. Like, it just shows down hairstyled to an extremely elegant, and there's not a single hair out of place on this head.
Right. I think this is proof that down and curly doesn't just have to be humdrum, crank it out, don't worry about it.
Yeah.
It can still be glamorous. It can still be just as perfect as any up style, just with technique. I mean,
Yeah.
that right there, you know, we as hairdressers can look and say, okay, so if Sofia Vergara wanted that again, you just curl it all in the same direction. You sit there with your same tension
Yeah.
and create something that really is going to have that perfect seamless wave.
Well, see,
in the hair.
I see this, and I think this even goes beyond the iron work. That it started with the prep work of the blow dry and the set beforehand, and of going in there and really making sure everything's polished and smooth
right.
before you even set that iron to it.
Right. I mean, you look close to the root, and there's not a flyaway there.
No.
Everything's perfect, right where it should be.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I think that's that ends trending tresses.
Yeah.
All right.
All right.
And we need to. So my goal coming up, I'm just gonna put this all out there for you guys. I need to finish the 14 steps, so I'm gonna film some more. Hopefully tomorrow, maybe tomorrow morning. I'm not sure, but I want to finish the 14 steps. We have some color videos that we want to put out about formulation. We can do some stuff with the Play-Doh and just try to create some fun ways for you guys to learn color. And then definitely next week, I believe, I'm going to cut another pompadour. So we're going to work on that, and we got to get some more models in here so that we can, put out some haircuts. So if there's something you guys are looking to learn, something out there that's, just catching your eye right now, and you want us to do it, then please let us know. But focus right now. I want to really get comfortable with the fundamentals. So for me, we laid down a lot of haircuts on freesaloneducation.com, and now I want to put together these quick videos of just quick tips that you can use in your everyday life in the salon. So hopefully that'll help you, and that'll be good.
Sweet. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
Do you guys have anything else?
Training tresses should be fun soon, because when are the Grammys? Aren't they this week?
Sunday.
Yeah.
See, there you go.
Okay.
Rock stars are always fun to talk about their hair. So
So next week's big. We got possibly Randy from Hairbrained.me.
Nice.
We're going to talk about the Hairbrained Video Awards. Actually, we got nominated for the Hairbrained Video Awards, right? So that'll be fun. That's going to be a fun party in New York City, kind of attached to IBS. So if you don't have tickets to that, go to hairbrained.me or hairbrainedvideoawards.com, I think. But just go to hairbrained.me. You can get there from there. And those guys are awesome. hopefully we can get Randy on our TV back here now that we have the hookups on that. And then also, what was I going to say? But yeah, we got nominated. And make sure that you follow us on freesaloneducation.com, on Facebook, on the website. Join there. Subscribe on YouTube. And yeah, I think that's it.
Yeah, I think we did good for a Thursday.
Yeah, not
Absolutely.
too bad. We kind of had to put it together quickly, but I think we got the point across. So I'm going to post up our Instagrams one more time. So follow us on Instagram as well at Free Salon Education. Brian Harris, Drea's, Barrett's, and Thad is Thad Boland.
With one L in Boland.
Yes.
So thank you guys so much, and we will see you next week on Splitting Hairs.
Thanks.
Thanks, guys.